Hi, I'm Josel Aldrin C. Guevara and I'm here to present to you two newly approved drugs by Philippine FDA and US FDA. So first we have the drug Adacanumab Avwa with the brand name Aduhelm. So this drug is indicated for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease, and Aduhelm is the first of its kind monoclonal antibody for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. And it was developed by a Swiss biopharmaceutical company called Neuroimmune. And Aduhelm was in-licensed by US-based biotechnology company Biogen for further development in 2007. In 2017, in October, they partnered with a Japanese pharmaceutical company called Eisai for the collaborative development and commercialization of the drug worldwide. In July of 2020, Biogen submitted a biologics license application to the US FDA for Aduhelm injection. In June of 2021, the FDA granted the accelerated approval to the drug based on the reduction in amyloid beta plaques, a characteristic biomarker of the Alzheimer's disease, observed in patients treated with Aduhelm. So, it is the first new treatment for Alzheimer's disease approved in the US for almost 20 years. And Alzheimer's disease, as a review, is a progressive neurodegenerative disorder caused by accumulation of amyloid beta plaques in the brain that drive the accumulation of tau's pathology and neural degeneration. So, what is beta amyloid? Beta amyloid is the main component of senile plaques, which consists of degenerated axonal and dendritic processes, astrocytes, and glial cells around an amyloid core. So, beta amyloid may also alter kinase and phosphatase activities in ways that eventually lead to hyperphosphorylation of tau. So, tau is a protein that stabilizes microtubules and formation of neurofibrillary tangles. So, Aduhelm is a clear to opalescent and colorless to yellowish solution available in a single dose vial of 100 mg per ml solution for intravenous administration. So, as mentioned earlier, Aduhelm is a human immunoglobulin gamma 1 or IgG1 monoclonal antibody directed against the accumulated soluble and insoluble forms of amyloid beta. So, preferentially binds to parenchymal over vascular amyloid to reduce their levels or plaque formation in the brain, specifically on neurons. So, Aduhelm's safety profile was established in more than 3,000 patients who receive at least a single dose of the drug. So, it is important to take note also its side effects. So, the possible side effects of Aduhelm include temporary brain swelling, tiny brain bleeds, headaches, falling, diarrhea, and confusion. So, the wholesale price of one injection administered once every 4 weeks is about $4,312 for patients of 74 kg average weight with mild cognitive impairment or MCI or mild dementia. The maintenance dose, which is 10 mg per kilogram, costs $56,000 a year. So the second drug is remdesivir. As of January 7, 2022, the Philippine FDA include remdesivir as drug products under emergency use for COVID-19. Remdesivir with the brand name Veklury and Covifort is a type of broad-spectrum antiviral medication called nucleotide analog. So it was the first drug approved by the FDA for treating the SARS-CoV-2 virus. It is indicated for the treatment also of COVID-19 disease in hospitalized adults and children aged 12 years and older who weighs at least 40 kilograms. The broad-spectrum antiviral is a nucleotide analog prodrug. The full approval was preceded by the US FDA issuing a EUA Emergency Use Authorization on May 1, 2020 to allow prescribing remdesivir for severe COVID-19 in hospitalized adults and children. It is available as a lyophilized powder for reconstitution, injection of 100 mg per vial and 100 mg per 20 ml concentrated solution. Indicated for the treatment of COVID-19 in patients with positive results of direct severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2 or SARS-CoV-2 viral testing requiring hospitalization or are not hospitalized and have mild to moderate COVID-19 and are at high risk for progression to severe COVID-19, including hospitalization or death. For the inpatient treatment, as day 1 or the loading dose, we have here 200 mg IV. Then on day 2 and thereafter, you can inject or infuse 100 mg IV every day. For the treatment duration, for those that are not requiring invasive mechanical ventilation or extracorporeal membrane oxygenation, or we call it as ECMO, the treatment duration would be 5 days. If clinical improvement not demonstrated, treatment may be extended up to 10 days. For those, however, that require invasive mechanical ventilation and or ECMO, the treatment duration should be 10 days. For the outpatient treatment, initiate as soon as possible after the diagnosis of symptomatic COVID-19 has been made and within 7 days of symptom onset, 200 mg IV on day 1 and 100 mg IV on days 2 to 3 consecutively. For the mechanism of action, remdesivir inhibits SARS-CoV-2 RNA-dependent RNA polymerase or RDRP, which is essential for viral replication. The metabolism of remdesivir to remdesivir triphosphate or RDVTP demonstrated in multiple cell types. RDVTP acts as an analog of adenosine triphosphate and competes with the natural ATP substrate for incorporation into nascent RNA chains by the SARS-CoV-2 RNA-dependent RNA polymerase, which results in delay in chain termination during replication of the viral RNA. So, remdesivir triphosphate is a weak inhibitor of mammalian DNA and RNA polymerase with low potential for mitochondrial toxicity. As of now, the price of remdesivir varies from different hospitals, but usually it costs about 5,000 to 11,000 per vial. That's it. Thank you, and I hope you learned something new. Thank you.